That's not funny, go home for the weekend. Over 20 years ago I changed an old-timer's computer screensaver. You know, the old one that just had a word banner scrolling over and over. I worked in sales. There was an old guy named Bob. He was annoying, maybe because I was young, but he annoyed everyone. The kind of old guy that would lie through his teeth to get some of your commission. Being older, he had more freedoms with customers. It drove us crazy. He would let people leave or they wanted to buy but wanted to use a coupon. He would disconnect the call or get rid of the customer a few different ways. But that meant we as other associates couldn't make the sale. As a team, we couldn't hit bonuses. He would do many other things like this that would just drive you crazy. He was just a difficult coworker and a bad employee, but had been around the industry a long time. So guys that were now managers favored him because of their past. Whether it was with this company or others, he was just annoying. Too many reasons to list why. And I was young and didn't have much of a K. And you know, different perception of professionalism when I was a kid. So one day I changed his screensaver to say Bob is a jackass. I watched him type in his password, waited until he left, then changed it. It scrolled across the screen, over and over, and he didn't notice at first. It looked like the same old have a nice day or whatever scrolling. We all would giggle as we walked by and saw it. It was just funny to see. A day or so later he is sitting in his cubicle, chatting away. His screensaver must have popped up. You hear, what is this? As he reads, Bob is a jackass. Who did this? This is defamation. Who did it? The office is laughing. He is pissed. Goes right into a manager's desk. Someone is defaming my name. This is workplace harassment. I want to know who did it. He makes it to HR, even to the owner's office. We don't know anything other than him complaining to the manager. The manager saying let's see. Seeing it. Giggling himself. Then telling Bob come on, calm down. I'll change it, which he did. Let's go take a walk and talk. Bob is not having it but they walk off talking. We go back to work. Not thinking about it anymore. About an hour or two later, a different manager says, hey, Mr. Johnson wants to see you upstairs. Cool. It wasn't uncommon. He would call associates up for customers or tasks, or reviews or whatever. As soon as I get in the office, he says, what the fuck are you doing? Are you trying to get me sued? This guy is an absolute nightmare. Do you know he has sued that company and that one? Why would you do that? You know it is on security camera, right? Using someone else's law's password. You are not supposed to use or share passwords ever. I said it was a joke. None of us thought it was that big of a deal. We often share passwords so we can get info we need. We are all on the same team. He replied, that's a policy violation. That's it. You better hope I can keep him from causing a bigger issue. Go home for the next 3 days. You're suspended. Get out of my office. Get out of my building now. I walked out the back door, down the back stairs to my car and was gone. This was Wednesday. So that meant I had a 5-day weekend. Heck yes. I was stoked. As I make it to my car, I can hear someone yelling, hey James. James, Peggy wants to see you. Peggy was the HR lady. I ignored it, backed out and drove out the other direction. 15 minutes later, my phone is ringing. I am not answering. No way. Those were the days cell minutes were expensive. I get home, tell my wife we have a 5-day weekend. It is barely 12 o'clock. We head out to hit the beach about 3.5 hours away. We are excited. About an hour later, my phone is called over and over. My wife says just answer it. So I do. Hey James, this is Peggy. I need you to sign some forms about the 3-day suspension. Sorry Peggy, I was told to leave. I left. I am now out of town. I will have to sign another time. She is not thrilled but not much we can do. Then a moment later another call. It's my direct supervisor. James, where are you? We need the numbers put together for this client coming in today. And you had the presentation stored on. And this. And that. Where are you? Mr. Johnson sent me home for messing with Bob's screensaver. Nobody told me. Why didn't you come down and tell me? Well, come back and give me the reports and send the files to me. Sorry, I was told to leave the building right now. I have actually already left town. I am over an hour away and won't be turning around. Then give me your password. I can't do that either. I was told not to share them. Sorry, sir. My phone minutes are being used and I can't talk much longer. I don't know what to tell you. Mr. Johnson sent me home, said leave and said not to share passwords. I am about to go through the coastal hills and will lose reception. Be here first thing tomorrow morning. We need to keep these projects moving. Well, so, I won't be back until Monday. I was told to leave for 3 days. You have to be kidding. He didn't mean 3 days. I will talk with him. I turned my phone off. Back then, turning your phone off wasn't like turning off a smartphone. So no big deal. But Sunday, when I listened to messages, my manager was telling me Mr. Johnson didn't realize we had projects in the works that I was leading, and that he wants me to come back. The next day, then the next day, his message was my manager saying Mr. Johnson is okay if I provide my password to my manager just this time. Hey, he said leave. I left. He said, no sharing. No sharing. He said 3 days. For a company that never gave any time off. It was awesome to have a nice long weekend. Came back to work and in this shitty business. No big deal. Nothing happened. They made or didn't make the deal. Maybe postponed it. Wasn't my problem anymore. They worked up new reports and half-assed presentations. It was all back to normal. It wasn't like now I was in trouble. Nope. Had my days off and some more. And back to work Monday making a sale. And when you're in sales, problems go away if you sell something. TLDR, I was told I was suspended for 3 days and to leave the building now. Never share passwords with coworkers. This was for a company that never gave any time off other than regular days. Owner told me to leave. I went out the back door. Didn't tell HR or my direct manager. I left town to the beach for a 5-day weekend. They called asking for me to come back. Asking for my password to work on active projects I was leading. I said I cannot do any of that for the owner. This was back before smartphones. So then I just turned my phone off for the weekend and enjoyed the mini vacay with the wifey. Edited to add what happened Monday. Nothing.